Light the way, queens. Reina means queen in Spanish. And I'm so honored to be here with you in a very powerful and just potente. Potente means powerful, but yeah, potente and also virile, like very much in this frequency of a fertile mother, like a ma that is in tune with her waters, she's in tune with her womb, she knows what she wants out of life, she knows she wants to birth things into this reality. And so what better frequency to work with than Mama Mare, Maria herself. So I'm gonna show you the Mother Mary card. I might do a close-up if the camera doesn't catch it here. The Mother Mary dragon card in this beautiful deck is called Serene, number 22. And she has been coming out time and time again in my time here in Guatemala. So this is actually the first For the Waters transmission that is being recorded within this new grid of Guatemala. I've been nearly 3 months here, absorbing, really working with, really bringing the codes into my body, the codes of water, also the codes of fire, because really these two are an alchemical marriage to me. They go hand in hand. You cannot work with one without then being kind of like a pendulum swung to the other side to work with the complementary force. Some say opposing, right? Like in that polar mindset, they like to pin certain frequencies against each other, fire and water, earth and air. And what I'm really called to bring in is this energy of like, are they really opposing? Or is that just a perspective that we need to recalibrate? And this card number 22 is like the higher octave of polarity. If 2 is opposing forces, 22 is like, no. This is all harmonious. The way this is working, the way we're moving forward in our realm here, quite literally on Earth, is a much more harmonious way of being, a much more taking the higher perspectives whenever we can, breathing and emanating the the higher perspectives and frequencies and embodied wisdom whenever we can. Embodied wisdom is one of the codes of the Magdalene. But as you've already received a very Magdalene transmission earlier in the For the Waters, you know, it's time for Mother Mary. Like, I'm bringing the Mother Mary codes. I love working with Mama Maria or Miriam or Mariam. She has so many different names. We know her as Marusha. If you heard me toning Marusha, it's another word for Mary. And culturally, around the world, she is one of the most venerated beings, mothers. So for me, she cannot be ignored when we're talking about For the Waters. If anything, she wants to be front and center in this transmission to help you really embrace your own mother codes, your own creational codex that is unique to you. She wants you to close your eyes now and really just put your hands, or one hand on the womb, or both hands if that feels good, and the other on your heart. Intuitively listen to your body. What does your body need? Where do you want to feel this incoming of the transmission? So from the dragon Serene or Sirene or Maria, yes, just allow your hands to be placed on the part of your body that wants to really feel this transmission, really feel the energies of Mama Maria, Mother Mary, her dragon frequency as well as her humanity codes. Mama Maria lived a physical, very, very real existence here on this planet, and that is just one of the reasons why her codex is so strong, because she left a legacy. She left codes upon codes upon codes in the waterways, in the lands of Israel and Palestine, which back then would have been known as Judea, most likely, Yehuda. And these lands now have their own, you know, border system, but she wants to actually emphasize that borders are often arbitrary. The borders that we see on maps, they're collectively agreed upon, but not necessarily from a feminine perspective, is what she's telling me. And back in the day, we used to have an understanding of how the waters, the systems of rivers and lakes and oceans and creeks, everything that had to do with the flow, the movement of water, is what actually allowed people to gather and live and thrive in certain parts of the world and create civilizations and create communities and create systems upon systems of life. Flowing, vibrant, virile. Again, the word virile. Virile is another word for like full of life force or fertile. Think of who learned that phrase, like the Fertile Crescent, when we were, I think in high school. The Fertile Crescent was this part of the world that was absolutely booming with cultural, artistic, linguistic power and creativity and life, thriving life, because of two main rivers. And so this is Mother Mary. This is the frequency of the Ri that she's bringing in. And the two rivers, and believe me, I do not do this research. I do not need to, because it's channeling in, it's streaming in directly from the mother. And the two rivers were the Tigris and the Euphrates. And she wants you to know that Fertile Crescent energy that we learned about way back when or if you haven't learned about it, maybe do a little Google after this transmission. But she wants you to know that that part of the world really understood the mother energy, really honored the crescent, right? The crescent is usually representative of lunar mysteries. It's usually representative of feminine ways of being, feminine ways of embodiment, feminine practices, water practices, and the crescent represented wisdom. The crescent represented, you know, a lineage of wisdom, not just like, this is my wisdom. It was like generational wisdom, cultural wisdom, even star wisdom. They got passed down and passed down and passed down. And it wasn't until much, much later that all of that was pretty much eradicated. She's bringing up the energy of Astarte, with the word literally, or the sound star in there. Sometimes we know this goddess as other names like Ishtar, Inanna. She's bringing in all of these other goddesses that are kind of more of a Middle Eastern flavor. This is so interesting because there's hardly any real context that I can put to this, where this is streaming in, because we're streaming right now from Antigua, Guatemala, which are waterlands, which are very connected to truth and wisdom. And I guess she's saying, yeah, there's a star wisdom lineage here. There is a rose lineage connection and a royal lion lineage connection that is allowing all of this information to be brought forth. And so what she's asking you is to kind of just rock a little bit and let your waters move. Let your body kind of tell you how you want to receive this. You know, we've done this before in other transmissions. Is it kind of like the serpentine kind of figure 8 that your hips want to do? Is it more like a rocking where you kind of open your shoulders, kind of that dragon wingspan? It could be very subtle also. It could be very subtle little rocks that just allow you to be like, I'm feeling this wisdom in my body. There are pieces of me that are coming home. There are pieces of me that are coming back online. Because a lot of us have cellular memory of our Middle Eastern lineages. Or I'm saying Middle Eastern, but just take it as it resonates. It could be that your Mediterranean bloodlines are really speaking to this, because many of these goddesses made their way around Turkey, what we now know as Turkey, what we now know as all of these Mediterranean islands like Crete, like where the Minoan civilization also really carried this powerful mother serpent energy. Connection again with fertility, connection again with balancing frequencies of fire and water, they're telling me. Mediterranean islands of Spain, so the Baleares, Sardinia, the big island off of Italia, Sicily, I'm hearing. Even parts of southern Italia that are not islands, but that really carried on these traditions. They came from the east and they came over. So they started coming to Western Europe, almost like they were making their way towards the Atlantic. This is how I'm feeling it, this is how I'm seeing it. Take it how it resonates. Know that the waters of the Mediterranean actually are much more of this kind of like womb space, right? They're not quite like oceans that are more open and more vast. They're kind of these like contained waters a little bit. I'm feeling more of this kind of chalice energy, this kind of sacred womb energy. And that's why all along the Mediterranean, where these goddesses were honored, I'm hearing Isis as well. She wants to be mentioned. I'm hearing Tanit. She's really known in the Baleares. There's also Greek goddesses that are associated with this type of wisdom as well. I'm hearing Diana, I'm hearing Artemis. Let's see, anybody else? I'm hearing Athena as well, which is Athena. And Aphrodite is like, don't forget me. We've brought her up before. So just kind of allow the pieces that are coming in, again, from Mother Mary's stream, because that's who I'm directly connected to. And most likely you are as well. But she wants you to know, aren't all the goddesses connected? Aren't all the water and womb and fertile crescent goddesses connected? Isn't the Shekinah also like an overarching serpentine energy that wants to be remembered in the cells of women right now, right here? Now is the time. Now is the time for our waters to speak louder and clearer to us and to tell us the truth about who we are, including about our serpentine connections. I'm feeling called to bring in and to invoke the highest frequency of the constellation of Draco, which I haven't done in the entirety of these recordings yet, but what wants to be brought forth by invoking the alchemized collective from Draco constellation. It was 2121 on the clock when I said that. So I master number right there, 3-3, when you add it up, I really feel like this mastery of dragon wisdom, it does come in streams, it does come in systems, and one of the main streams it comes from is Draco. Just because Draco or draconian teachings have a lot of distortion in them, inherently there were splits, and there were conflicts, and there were wars that involved this constellation. And we're not going to get into that right now. But I want you to feel empowered in knowing that there are certain dragon codes, dragon remembrance that you carry from Draco. And if you do not resonate with Draco for whatever reason, just lean into your feminine knowing that it is safe. That you are held by Mother Mary, that you are held by Mother Isis and Mary Magdalene and Kuan Yin, all the dragons of the Ma Collective, every goddess that we invoked, all the ones I haven't invoked, but that you invoked from your bloodlines, from your parallel and past lives and future lives. And know that it's safe to start to remember your Draco connections. Powerful dragon remembrance from these timelines, these spaces and times. I'm being corrected. It's more than just a timeline. It's a time-space continuum. It's so beautiful how Mother Mary is really connecting a lot of this galactic kind of star remembrance, because she is called Queen of the Stars. That's one of her main titles. She's often depicted with a crescent moon and kind of this array of stars around her, much like the star card in tarot. If you happen to have your eyes closed, you can feel free to open them now. If your eyes have been open and you've just been receiving and kind of feeling the frequencies, I really want to honor us to have gotten to this point, because truly this is elevated wisdom. These are elevated frequencies in For the Waters, and I'm so glad that we're getting here, because it's about to get really exciting with Dragons Love Cacao, with For the Waters, with the way that we're gonna be kind of taking this forward, taking this into the next generations, teaching what we've remembered and embodied to the next generations of women. The women that right now are babies in the wombs of mothers. I'm hearing many of them are dragon babies. Many of them are just profound star babies. from vast universes and planets and multiverses that have won the lottery to be born into Earth very soon. And so we're preparing the way for them by remembering, by feeling empowered, and by taking action. And so I'm going to start to bring in some of the energies from the cards. I was really feeling like kind of the rose lineage, preparing for this. I've been listening to a lot of water frequency music all evening last night, all this morning. I feel supercharged being back in beautiful Antigua. I'm in the most epic, like sacred hotel Airbnb, and I literally feel like I'm in the stars. I'm on top of the world, and so are you with me here. The view of the volcano, I'll put a photo here. Volcano Agua is right outside my hotel room. It's the first thing I saw when I arrived. It's the first thing I saw when I left my hotel this morning. And I really want you to know that it's taken me nearly 3 months to get to this place, to this frequency where they're streaming this in now. You know, they were doing the purifying. We were literally, I say we, I mean me, my dragons, my ancestry, my lineages, my blood, my waters, my womb, everything was in a process of purification. Trust me when I say I've been through the fires and back. And I have lived to tell the tale, and I feel like I'm on top of the world with you, beautiful women. And you can't take the smile off my face while I'm recording this, because again, you have to listen. You're invited to listen to the invitation of your womb, of your lineage, of your feminine lineage, but also of your star lineage. Your star lineage is as important as the people that are connected to you through your ancestry. And somebody like Mother Mary, for many of us, we come from her star lineage. We come from the places that she came from. We were born of the waters that she was born from. This is no mistake. 2-2 and 2-2. These are, and look, all blue and turquoise. I'm now recording this from the turquoise, from the ray of the throat chakra of Guatemala. Antigua holds the codes of truth in expression and in vibration. The reason why it is so important and it is so beautiful how this is all aligning, the energies of both Mary Magdalene with 2-2 and Mother Mary with 2-2, is because this is the lineage of the mother. This is the lineage of the rose. This is the lineage of truth, truth in expression, truth in remembrance, truth in authentically coming to earth, maybe spending some time not fully being ourselves, not fully allowing ourselves to show up in the world as bright, as vibrant, as powerful, as graceful, right? As visible as we actually deserve to be. Because we come from such a sacred lineage, because this earth has big plans for us, just as we have big plans for ourselves. We just have to remember, we have to recall it, we have to claim it as ours. And so I do want to share this cosmic Magdalene. Remember who you are. This is literally one of the mantras of Ariana's life. Back in the Lion King days, you know, remember who you are. Remember. There's the RE code. Remember. Put the pieces back together, to put the members, right? The pieces, remember oneself means we're putting the pieces back together so that we could remember not only the earthly power that we carry, the star power that we carry, the galactic power that we carry, the cosmic Magdalene. She is a perfect summary for all of this beautiful, beautiful star stream that's coming through here from beautiful Antigua. So I feel really grateful. I feel really, again, really elevated, really joyful to be sharing these frequencies with you. I have a beautiful brand new sacral energy angel that I bought a couple of days ago. It's going to be for my mother actually when I get back to California. But she has an orange top, and I felt like of all of the beautiful angels that were there with different colored tops, this one just felt the most appropriate for all of this water and sacral healing that I've been doing for my lineage, right? For myself, for my mother, for the grandmothers, back, and also for the future generations, for the future women that will be birthed from us, that will grow up and be these powerful, like they'll just arrive knowing, honestly, they'll just arrive knowing who they are. Drink some high frequency water if you have it. Remember, water crystallizes the codes. Water crystallizes the remembrance in us. The next frequency I want to touch upon is the frequency of action. So I picked one card from this beautiful herbal astrology deck, and we got nettle. Nettle happens to be a frequency a plant frequency spirit that I know very well from England. I was quite calibrated to her codes because I would actually walk in nettle and let her sting me. Let her sting me so that I could have activation in my feet. It's a preventative measure for arthritis for a lot of people. Not that I'm heading in that direction, but she has medicine in that sting. She has medicine in that you must acknowledge me. I'm here, I'm present, I'm protecting. She usually is protecting sacred sites in England, in and around Glastonbury, where I spent a lot of time around certain trees. She grows like a fortress, protecting, like a serpent. Here in the photo, there is a red serpent, and there's all these beautiful crystals kind of surrounding the nettle, which is interesting. It's like a crystalline and serpentine union energy within the plant nettle. So for those of you in places where nettle grows, definitely get yourself some nettle, make yourself some nettle tea, some nettle soup. For those of you that don't have access to nettle, maybe you can just research a little deeper about her and see what your connection is to her medicine. There's a Mars energy here. I just saw the red. I was like, what is that? It's a red planet. And then I remember from reading this card before, even in the word action. And then it has two planets that are connected astrologically to this plant, according to like herbal astrology. And nettle is Mars and Pluto. Mars and Pluto are usually these energies of a more masculine nature. Pluto is like the dark father, kind of like that Darth Vader energy I'm getting. He often takes us on journeys into the underworld, often seduces the feminine so that we can learn with these profound kind of water journeys, but we're not really working with that energy just yet. That might be in For the Waters Part 2. It's a deeper journey, trust me. But the Martian energy is calling my attention because the other two Magdalene cards have all the red energy. So we had 3 cards that were all the blues and the turquoises, but now we're kind of being reminded about the balance, right? The fire. Nettle is connected with fire. It's connected with that inner fire because it's a stimulating plant. When it stings, it stimulates, it heats you up from the inside out. It initiates heat. It initiates kind of this movement inside of you. And that movement calls you to action. Imagine when something stings you. It can be anything. It can be a scorpion. It can be a bumblebee. It can be a wasp. It can be a plant like nettle. When something stings us, a stingray, a medusa in the ocean, it often creates this energy of like concentrated awareness or attention. You have to actually really be with the sting. You have to actually be with even the part of your body where that sting takes place. It's a call to action, but it is also a call to awareness. What needs to be looked at? What part of the body needs like a deeper dive? Maybe needs some energetic transmutation, needs some movement, needs some balancing energy. And then as I said that, I look at these two cards and there's so much water in the cards. Even though the Magdalene, and then this might be Sarah Tamar instead of Magdalene. I don't remember exactly if that's the daughter of Magdalene or if this is Magdalene, but this is definitely Magdalene. And with all of this red energy calling me to think of this Mars, this red serpent, this fire energy, I see all the water. This is called replenish and recharge with the waters, with sacred spring water. Rennes Leban, that's in France. That's the Magdalene lands of water. And this card, she's in the ocean on a horse. And the horse energy connected to water, it just came into my awareness that unicorns are actually really connected to water. They're actually really connected to the lunar mysteries. Because this horse is kind of white, and often we see these white unicorns, I'm just being I'm being in the flow, and I'm kind of feeling that unicorn energy as well as a guide going forward. When we're being called to action, when we're being called to balance water and fire, we might want to remember, again, the power of our third eye, the power of our higher vision, and the power of our higher mind. The unicorn horn actually grows right out of where we would have a third eye, or where the horse would have a third eye, right here. And it is that point that connects us again up. It's like an antenna. And what I'm feeling with this is so interesting is just, it's time to start working with your antenna. If this is a transmission about connecting to your star power, connecting to your star mother goddesses and mother dragons, family members, but they're just star collectives and star brothers and sisters and star family. They are our family, they are our lineage, but they're not, based down here on this plane. So you have to tune your third eye, this holy antenna that we carry inside of us. For us humans, it's a gland, it's the pineal. For the unicorn to be coming through so strongly, I want you to just trust that you have access to this connection. It's already online, it's already lit. We're just taking our awareness there. Imagine like a sting right here in the forehead. And so all of our awareness is now going to this space. Can I tune into the antenna? And then from that antenna, can I make sure that I'm in a pure state of receptivity? Because if I want to receive messages, if I want to receive incoming frequencies, then that's all I have to do is take my awareness and open my heart, and open my pineal, and say, I'm ready. I'm ready to connect. I'm ready to receive. I'm with you. I'm with the star nations that are relevant at this time for my journey, for my progression, for my evolution, for my empowerment, for my coronation, and my royal reign. And this card actually says free reign. And it says break loose. So it's time to break out of the mold. The unicorn just so happens to also represent an energy of like, there's nobody else like you. You are unique, you unicorn being. You are the only one that has your body of experience, your body of remembrance, your body of codes. And your waters, they may link up with other beautiful beings. You know, we're all really linked in this For the Waters container right now. For as long as it feels good, that's just true. That's how I'm even able to bring in this information, to stream it through, because we're already connected beyond time and space. You're going to receive this when it's time, but we're connected right now. Whenever I'm recording this, I will say it happens to be a very beautiful beginning to the summer season in the northern hemisphere when I'm recording this. So there are these supportive water frequencies, there are these supportive solar frequencies right now, and Sirian frequencies. Sirius being one of the most beautiful star systems to connect to if you want to remember the Mother Mary frequencies, if you want to remember your water abilities, your water power, your higher vision. The Syrians love wearing blue, they love being royal, they love wearing beautiful fabrics and beautiful makeup even. That it's so funny, I'm not wearing like not a thing today on my face, but I guess I have a little bit of like blue turquoise hair left over from when I dyed it purple a month ago. But yeah, the Syrian stream is just saying, you know what, you're gonna be invited to play with your appearance, to play with how you present yourself to the world, even if it feels initially like it's performative. Like, I'm not wearing makeup every day in my day-to-day. It's, as a traveler, it's just not really a thing. But when I do get that urge, and when I get that feeling from literally from deep inside me saying it's time to show up as the Syrian queen, goddess, royal being that you are, people need to notice you. People need to want to approach you. And they will approach you because they feel your frequency, even if it's just through the lip gloss. I'm actually wearing pink, like rose pink lip gloss. Yeah. So I lied. I'm wearing a little bit of makeup and nothing else. Just the veil of the beautiful star nations, like the cloak of Mother Mary. I'm wearing that frequentially. I am emanating that so that you can get more and more confident about your own abilities, your own beauty codes, your own royal codes that are yours. They're already here. They're so alive. The only action, from a more direct, from a more engaged kind of invitation, that's kind of that Martian energy, is like, it's time to act, it's time to engage. For you, it's a play engagement. Play the part, play the star, play the lion, kind of Leo energy, which is coming up very soon when I'm recording this. Doesn't matter when you're watching it. Just know that the lions are already inviting us to show up, to lead through creative ways, to play the part that we came here to play. Even if that part is constantly morphing and shifting and evolving, it's actually really beautiful to play all the different roles and all the different parts that live inside of us. So I have this I'm very Mother Mary today, and I am her. I am that frequency. I am that mother energy. Come to mama. And then I have that more little bit more sensual, a little bit more I feel like when I connect to Magdalene, there is a sense of liberation. There is a sense of this like freedom, like I have no shoes on and I could possibly bareback ride a horse, even though I don't. Yeah, I might have done that in my life, but probably with somebody. Have I ever done that? I've definitely ridden a horse without a saddle, but I don't know for how long. And I probably had help because this is very like, it's brave, you know, it's out there for me, for my day to day, you know. So, but this kind of ride the horse bareback, ride the waves a little bit more from a sensual, kind of wild, kind of like you trust. You absolutely trust where the path is taking you, where the serpentine path, back to that nettle energy with that red serpent. Trust that the serpent, and look who's now. I'm not surprised that this is all coming together like this, because this drum and I were reunited yesterday. This drum, which I created with my blood, sweat, with my energy, with my womb, with all of my being, in a couple of stages. She's been away from me for about 2.5 years. And we were reunited yesterday. So here's the red and pink, red and rose and gold serpent. Here's the kind of Martian action energy, which again, your invitation is play the part that you want to play right now. And allow that to help you calibrate going forward. What will I do next? What will I create next? How will I morph next so that I'm being more and more and more who I actually am? It's not like I'm playing a role so that I can copy anybody else. It's like I need to play the role right now that's coming from me, by me, from me, by me, right? From me in the stars, from me here on earth, from my future self that already knows the path that I'm gonna walk, the path that is mine. Like I'm seeing like a red carpet. There's something about the star quality, the invitation to embrace your star quality, however that wants to show up. Because I'm not telling you that to be a star quality, you have to be a loud, you know, in everybody's face kind of being. You just have to show up as you, however that looks, but in your power and your grace, in your masculine and your feminine in union. And this is where I'm going to close out this beautiful kind of oracle, kind of watery goddess flow. At the bottom of the deck, I can't make this up. I was about to talk about union. I love when this happens. Look, well, two cards first about union, literally like the two main cards about union in the Magdalene deck. Love, light, recognition, the sacred vow, divine commitment. So here are the union codes. I'm just gonna mic drop the fact that I was about to talk about union, and Magdalene's just like, it's just a frequency. They know we could go deeper in another transmission, but just breathe at it. The union codes have everything to do with what just landed in you, that you're gonna go out and experiment with and show up as the star, literally the star of your life, the star of your movie, the star of your experience here on earth as a divine human dragon. And then the Lady and the Unicorn card to close us out. Again, another very white, kind of silvery unicorn. And again, this was a horse, but it was telling me, I'm a unicorn, I'm a unicorn. And then here's the unicorn. Hidden in plain sight. This is about your gifts. This is about, you've been hiding, but people still kind of know that you're a star. Do you understand that? Can you feel that in your womb as truth? Can you feel it somewhere in your body as truth? The more you hide who you are, the more you hurt yourself, because other people, like, they're lining up at the door already to know you, to be in your presence, to be like literally in like, I'm hearing the word like your eminence, which is like a word for somebody that was very high standing, very royal, like in many different cultures in the world, like a sultan, a queen, you know, an empress, an emperor, your eminence, high priest, high priestess. It's that codex that Antigua and Mother Mary and the stream of all of these divine goddesses wants you to remember. And to know that going forward, the more you allow yourself to be seen, the less you will ever have to hide ever again in this or any lifetime. This is the lifetime that you came to show who you are through your star quality, fully backed by the universe, fully backed by the dragons, fully backed by me, your sister, like on this journey with you, literally living it alongside you. And so with that, I just want to send you one final code, Awa, Awa, from the beautiful volcano here, Awa, Awa. May you anchor these codes in your divine reality. I love you.